Ethan made me promise to wear my shortest dress so he could show me off to his alumni friends, then told me I'd embarrassed him for speaking into the mic. When I looked him dead in the eye and said, "Oh babe, I'm just getting started," he went red and charged the stage. I stayed calm. That was 6 months ago. This morning, he was led out of court in handcuffs, screaming my name. Rosa, the janitor who cleaned their fraternity house, took one look at what we showed her and said, "Those boys never tip me at Christmas and leave their bathrooms like a war zone. So whatever you need, I'm your inside woman." And suddenly we had keys and their Wi-Fi password. She told us things that made me hate Ethan even more, like how he and his brothers would deliberately clog toilets before parties so she'd have to clean up their mess, and how they called her the help when they thought she couldn't hear. This whole time, I never let Ethan know anything was going on, and he was busy planning for the frat's huge event Paradise Night, bragging about how his dad and uncle were flying in for it, and how they were huge donors, so he basically ran the house. He made me promise to wear something hot because he wanted to show me off to the alumni, actually saying, "Make sure you look good because these guys' opinions matter for my future job prospects," like I was just an accessory to improve his networking chances. I smiled and promised I'd wear my shortest dress, not mentioning it would be for a very different reason than he thought, because that was the night we'd chosen as the ideal time to blow it all up. Paradise Night arrived, and I walked into that party in the promised dress with Ethan's arm possessively around my waist, him whispering, "Damn baby, you look so good I might have to fight my brothers off you tonight," which made me want to claw his eyes out knowing they'd all seen me naked. The house was packed with 300 people, including fraternity alumni in their 40s with their wives who came back yearly to write donation checks. Ethan dragged me around like a trophy, introducing me to his brothers who I now knew had raided my body, and each handshake made my skin crawl while Ethan beamed with pride at his hot girlfriend. His dad actually looked me up and down and told Ethan, "Good job, son," like I was a prize he'd won at a carnival game. At exactly 11:30, our president gave the signal, and suddenly every door slammed shut as Rosa's team locked them from outside, while 12 sorority presidents blocked the main entrance. The alumni and their wives started looking nervous as everyone turned in confusion, and I climbed onto the DJ platform while Ethan yelled, "Babe, what are you doing? You're embarrassing me." I said, "Oh babe, I'm just getting started." I grabbed the microphone from the DJ stand and 300 people turned to stare at me, while Ethan's face went from confused to furious in about 2 seconds. He started pushing through the crowd, yelling something I couldn't hear over the music. But Maya and 11 other sorority presidents had already formed a human wall at the base of the platform. Rosa's maintenance crew had locked every single exit from the outside just like we'd planned. My hands were shaking so bad I almost dropped the mic, but I forced myself to stay steady and said loud and clear that this fraternity had been raiding women's bodies and sharing intimate photos without consent for years. The whole room went dead silent except for the gasps from the alumni wives, and Derek Walker's face drained of all color while Ethan screamed that I was lying and just a crazy ex trying to ruin him. Maya plugged her laptop into the DJ system, and suddenly the rating spreadsheet appeared on every TV screen in the house, showing names, photos, numerical scores, and comments so disgusting that several people actually threw up right there on the floor. Ethan lunged for the equipment, but 3 football players from another fraternity grabbed him and held him back while everyone stared at the screens in horror. Derek started storming toward me, shouting about lawsuits and defamation and how his lawyers would destroy me, but he stopped dead when his wife's photo appeared on screen.